Look, I don't know what to say. Okay, so I can repeat everything that you've heard in all the media everywhere. Let's just paint a helmet. Okay, let's do this. All right, so I hope you guys are doing well, even with everything that's going on right now. And, I've been infected as well. At home, of course, I've had some cancellations. I still have a few weeks of work in front of me. So if you know anyone who needs a helmet paint, or even you need a helmet paint, my schedule is open for the next few weeks. I have openings for June and July. So if you think you're going to race later this summer and you need a helmet, well, get in touch, smartracepaint@gmail.com. I'm going to be there to answer you. I know Bell helmets are open right now for delivery, and today I'm talking to you, it's April 6th. So Bell helmets are open and delivering helmets. Rye helmets, I'm trying to find out today actually if they are open, because I'm going to need to order a helmet from them. And Stilo are opened as well for online. So all these companies are delivering. So we should be okay. This week, special project this week. Last week I finished a couple of projects. This week I got a helmet that's that was supposed to be two helmets actually, but one of them had an issue when I got it out of the box. It had, for some reason we don't know, it had holes drilled on the sides. We don't know where they're from. They're trying to figure out what happened there, but anyway, they're trying to get me a new helmet to replace the damaged one. So this week it's going to be one helmet, and it's a special project for me because this particular helmet will race hopefully at the Indy 500, if the Indy 500 happen at all. From what I read, it's supposed to happen in August, so we'll see. So we have this GP6 RC that came all white from the factory, and we have a bunch of these Xylon strip, the one that you stick to the visor and protect, So I have a bunch of these things. That's for Dalton Kellett, a guy from Canada who's going to race IndyCar, some IndyCar races this year. So fingers crossed the racing season is going to start pretty soon, and we can move on. So Dalton, I've been painting helmets for a few years for him, and this year we're going to do the same design as I did last year with a few little changes, but same color scheme. Right now the helmet is all white, so I need to spray it black to lay out all my fine lines that are on the design, and then move on with the other colors over the black. So we're going to do that. I'm going to shoot the helmet black, and we're going to trace our lines and mask everything and get moving. So let's get this thing rolling. All right. So at this point, everything has been carefully measured and traced. So now what I want to do is take measurement, because I'm going to have a second helmet that needs to match this one exactly. Just because I have 6 of these Xylon panels that are going to be painted, and they need to be used on each helmet. So what we're going to do is we're going to make all of the panels exactly the same. All the lines are going to be exactly placed at the same spot. But it means both helmets, and maybe subsequent helmets that are going to be painted later in the year, are going to have to be exactly the same. So I'm going to take all my measurement and take notes. I'll be able to replicate the exact design. Okay, now what needs to be done is I'm going to install a dummy visor, which is a real visor, but I'm just going to use it. So I'm going to screw it there in place, so it's going to be the right placement. And I'm going to alternate the 6 panels, one after the other, and trace the lines and put the tape on each of them, one after the other, so they're all going to be the same, aligned the same at the same spot. So that should be good. So all the lines have been placed, and including the 6 panels, all the lines have been placed there. So now it's going to be time to spray white everywhere, but that's going to be tomorrow morning. It's already 4 o'clock here, so it's going to be time to end the day. So tomorrow morning we're gonna spray the white. I'll see you guys after a good dinner and a good night of sleep. I'm gonna continue this nice project. All right, see ya. Oh hey, good morning. Yeah, I changed my mind last night. I always do that. So I decided that probably the color turquoise that I have, or you know, the blue, greenish blue that I have to paint this helmet, is gonna cover black well, so I don't need to spray white before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mask. I'm gonna do it in 2 steps actually. So I'm gonna be masking, spraying my white, unmasking, remasking, spraying my turquoise. So that's 1, it's gonna save weight, and 2, I think it's gonna be better, make for a better job. It could save me time as well. So yeah, so now I'm masking everything that's gonna stay turquoise on with the masking tape, and you know, let's do this. All right, as hardened for the next step, because I tend to change my mind very often during a project, I decided to add a bit of depth to the white. So I've dig up something that I've used in the past. I'm gonna do a pattern of white pearl over the white base coat, but I'm gonna mask some feathers, some little decals of feathers like that. So I have different sizes and shapes of feathers. So I'm gonna apply them everywhere in the helmet, spray some pearl white. So it's gonna be a very subtle pattern in the background, and then I'm gonna do more airbrush over all of this. So we're gonna place these and then shoot the pearl. Okay. Feathers. Feathers, 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 feathers. Feathers have been unmasked, and I applied Intercoat Clear on these. Now it's time to unmask, to remask what's white, spray our turquoise color, and move on to details and stuff. So we're going to do that. I'm going to fast forward this, and then we're going to move on to turquoise color. also got to unmask the 6 Xylem panel. Almost forgot. Quick note about the color that I'm about to spray. Hold on just a second. Who turned on the radio in here this morning? Well, filming. No radio. Quick note about the color that I'm about to spray on Dalton's helmet. It's the family business color. It's his dad's business. And years ago they sent me a sample of the color. Of course they gave me a Pantone color code, which has nothing to do with paint. That color I mixed myself, and it's called now the Dalton Kellet Green, and it was mixed in June 2015. I keep this mix preciously in here, and what I do is every year that I have to redo helmet, I remix new paint following that recipe and what I have in there and make sure it is the same. So I try to find a paint code somewhere or a paint recipe somewhere for that particular color, but there is nothing out there. So I had to do my own, and most of the time this is what I have to do when it comes to company colors. If someone has a business and he wants the helmet to match exactly that particular color of his business, then we have to do this. It's more time consuming and more of a problem, but in the end the results are always good. So quick note. Now, because of that pandemic and the fact that I have some free time on my hand, I decided to do something that my wife asked me for a long time to do, is that repaint her mountain bike. She's had that mountain bike for 3 years now, and it's pretty outdated, so she asked me to repaint it, and the frame is already done, and I'm rebuilding the bike right now. It's downstairs, and I'll show it to you later. Now I have to give a good, paint a coat on the handlebar, because she crashed a couple of times with it and there was some scratches and dings on it. So I did some repairs. Now I'm going to spray some primers, the base coat. I'm going to do just a little bit of graphic on this thing and re-clear coat it just so it matches the frame. That's how I am. So, 3 coats of the turquoise color now. I think I'm really happy about how the color turned out. I sprayed on black, but I knew that my base coat was really covering well, and I should be okay. So now the color is good, so we're gonna unmask everything. I have a few decals to stick on, and then we're gonna clear coat, first round of clear, the build clear, and more airbrush details are gonna be done after the first clears. Dalton wanted me to paint a very subtle outline logo of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway logo on the back of his helmet. So I decided to take his green color and darken it just a little bit and spray the logo on the back. So let's reveal that, right? Good morning, everyone. So all base colors have been done. I'm pretty happy how it turned out so far. So time to spray some build clear on the helmet and on the 6 Xylem panel that we have. Let's do this. Oh, and in the meantime, while the clear is being sprayed and dry between the coats, I'm going to continue the handlebar, spray a bit of pink. So. I think Mother Nature has COVID-19. Last night we received 20 centimeters of snow here, and today it's cold. So there's not much to be done outside today. But good news is, helmet has been cleared, sanded, and let's airbrush out of that thing for today. What do you think? Quick note before I go ahead, and it's about little details that really makes a difference. And sometimes when you work with base coat and you remove the tape, it's gonna leave little marks, or when you use a very sharp X-Acto knife like this to remove the tape, sometimes you're gonna nick your paint underneath and you're gonna damage it, or sometimes the tape doesn't give you exactly the round, the round edge that you want. And in this case here, it left a few little marks here, and see how blurry it is here, and how there's a nick there. Personally, I don't leave it that way. This needs to be fixed before moving any further in the project. So I'm gonna fix this here, and I'm gonna fix this thing here as well. So all my lines are very clean and all my curves are perfect. And same here, there's a bit of blurriness here, and definitely here as well. So we're gonna do this. So before doing any more work, this needs to be fixed. Hi guys, it's Monday, Easter Monday, and Friday I was supposed to finish the helmet and do the Dalton Kellett helmet. Unfortunately, didn't feel much like painting on Friday. I don't know about you guys, but during this pandemic, I have good and bad days, like ups and downs. Some days are just like horrible. I feel like nothing is going right. I guess, we're all in the same boat. So, but anyway, I did finish all the airbrushing on the helmet. Now this thing needs to go in the oven because it's been clear coated this weekend. It needs to go in the oven. I have some polishing to do before rebuilding. All the Xylem panels have been painted clear coated. These are ready to go. In the meantime, this week I got other project. I received this helmet last week, and it's a first time for me. It's a Rooks. It's a Rooks helmet, and I got that for a customer from the Toronto region. And so first time ever that I put my hand on one of these helmets. And so far so good. The construction is pretty nice. It's a bit on the heavier side, but this one is an extra large, so it could be a factor here in the weight. But overall, the helmet looks, you know, pretty good. Main project this week is to design. I have two or three designs to do. One of those designs are going to be painted on this brand new GP6 RC that I got for a customer of mine from British Columbia. So I gotta prep the helmet, actually remove all the part, give it to Elliot so he can prep it, because my son has been helping me. Once it's prepped, then we can start the paint, but before that I need to do the design. So I'm gonna try in the next vlog to talk about my design process and how I do it. I might not give you all my little secrets, but I'm gonna show you how I do it anyway. So stay tuned, and we'll finish that Dalton kit, we'll rebuild it, and then we'll talk again later. All right. So after about an hour of polishing, sanding and polishing, and then rebuilding it for about 45 minutes, here's the finished helmet that I'm sure Dalton will be really happy to wear at the hopefully at the Indy 500 this coming August. It is scheduled on August 23rd, I think, and so let's hope he's going to be able to use that helmet. In the meantime, I'm going to have another helmet to do for him for the start of the season, but at least that Indy 500 helmet is going to be ready for him to wear. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed the process of painting that. And as I'm talking to you, I'm planning the next vlog, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.